Other things you need to focus on if you're dealing with menopause or perimenopause is you want to be sure that you're drinking plenty of fluids. You absolutely need to be drinking a minimum of 64 ounces of water a day. And yes, I said water, not just fluid in general, because a lot of people will substitute water for other sources of fluid that actually cause further dehydration. Caffeinated drinks specifically. If you're going to be drinking caffeinated drinks, you got to be sure to supplement with water. Caffeine is a diuretic. For every cup of a caffeinated drink that you drink, you need to supplement that with 3 cups of water to make up for the amount of fluid that you lose from the caffeine. In addition, if you're going to be out in the warm temperatures, if you're exercising regularly, which is a must for you if you're going through menopause, you need to increase that basal fluid intake from 64 ounces to 80 ounces to make sure that you're getting the adequate amount of fluid to be sure that your organs, and particularly your kidneys, are being adequately perfused. As we touched on a little bit earlier, one of the things that can happen when you go through menopause is early bone loss. And that is what we call osteopenia and/or in more advanced cases, osteoporosis. One of the treatments for osteopenia and osteoporosis is weight-bearing exercise. Weight-bearing exercise in the form of walking as well as some resistance training actually helps rebuild the bone cortex that has been thinned as a result of the decrease in your estrogen levels and in some cases low vitamin D and low calcium levels. We talked about replacing the calcium with your diet and supplements. We also need to talk about forms of weight-bearing exercise that can be healthy for you. But before you start your exercise, you need to get in a routine stretching regimen. Why is that important? Because one of the other things that happen as your hormones change is that you lose some of the elasticity of your cartilages and your tendons. If you don't stretch properly before you exercise, you put yourself at risk of injury, of ruptured tendons and torn ligaments. So you got to stretch first. If you like exercise that is in the form of stretching like yoga and Pilates, which is great for both resistance as well as flexibility, then that is a great form of exercise. But even doing those, you need to be sure that you stretch first. Stay well hydrated. Get on your vitamin supplements, and you'll see that not only do you feel better, but you function much better. It's going to help you with your thinking, believe it or not, because it releases hormones in your brain that help you think more clearly, help you relax a little bit more so your anxiety will be improved. And it also helps with cardiovascular and cerebral vascular health. Remember, we talked about that incidence of increased heart disease in women when they go through menopause. If you're not on the appropriate estrogen replacement therapy, exercise is a great way of also helping to reduce that risk of cardiovascular disease. So we got to take it all together in a more holistic approach, not one piece at a time, but all integrated together. I'm going to be moving forward in this topic when we talk to some of the preventive measures you can take for other disease and just for healthy living as we move forward in the channel. I'm going to bring together some additional specialists, one of which is my wife, who happens to be a Pilates instructor. I'm going to have a nutritionist come on board so we can talk about more about the diet that can help both with overall health as well as with specific medical conditions, including hormonal changes associated with age. And it doesn't just apply to women. Men too go through hormonal changes, what we call andropause. That'll be a separate topic that we'll touch on. So stay tuned to the channel. We've got a lot we want to talk about. As we go through this, please be sure to give us your comments about other topics you'd like to discuss, and/or if you'd like to know more about a specific topic that we touched on and would like to go in further depth on. God bless you. I hope to hear from you soon, and you will definitely be hearing from me soon.